Hi everyone. It just stopped raining so I could take you outside again. I was tagged by Book Chat with Pat to do the Sir Isaac Newton tag, which was created by Reading Ideas. Okay, so the first prompt is adopted, sent away, or abandoned. A book with a character that is adopted, sent away, or abandoned. So for this one, I picked The Goblin Emperor because the main character, Maya, is sent away by his father who does not want him. That allows him to survive to become the next emperor when his father and brothers die suddenly. Use or measurement of time. A book where time is a crucial element. The Time Traders by Andre Norton is the only time travel series I've partially read. Otherwise, probably any history book would sort of count for this prompt. Test of Strength. A book where the character has to pass a test of strength. I read Aragon many years ago, but it's a classic hero's journey where he has to train with his mentor and pass muster in order to be ready to be a hero. Character with a dark side or a temper. For this one, my first thought was George Washington, who held in his rage most of the time, but when he didn't hold it in, his temper could be a force of nature. I've read several books where Washington is a character, but I guess I'll highlight the historical novel I'm about to read, The Trial and Execution of the Traitor George Washington by Charles Rosenberg. Quest destroys personal life, a book where the quest is deemed so big that the character either chooses to have no personal life or it is destroyed. The only one I've read that I can think of is Javert in Les Miserables. He ends his own life in pursuing a man he shouldn't. Questionable Decision, a book where the main character makes a questionable decision. The Devil in the Shape of a Woman, Witchcraft in Colonial New England by Carol F. Carlson is about the people who either made witchcraft accusations or were accused of witchcraft during the witch trial outbreaks in colonial New England. It's full of people making questionable decisions. Also, Marooned, Jamestown, Shipwreck, and a New History of America's Origin by Joseph Kelly is another one where leaders make lots of questionable authoritarian decisions. Scale Change, a book with an object or a place that goes through a scale change. Empire of Mud, The Secret History of Washington, D.C. by J.D. Dickey is about how the place went from a swamp to a capital city. Falling or Something to Do with Gravity, a book where something or someone is falling, or where gravity plays a part. Passing by Nella Larson features a character falling. I won't talk about the circumstances in case you haven't read it. If you haven't, it's a beautiful book and I recommend it. Red Herring, False Trail, or Use of Codes. A book with a red herring, a false trail or quest, or the use of codes. The Lavender Scare by David K. Johnson is about how gay people were presented as security risks working in the government in an industry with no evidence instead of going after actual security risks. There was coded language involved. Also, Red Notice by Bill Browder is about a man whose team upsets Russian oligarchs and begins to uncover hidden money and power in Russian government and corporations. Revenge/Punishment, a book with an element of revenge or punishment. The Field of Blood by Joanne Freeman is a description of how Southern politicians took revenge on Northern politicians for even raising the issue of slavery leading up to the U.S. Civil War. They used honor violence to violate both the right of petition and the right of free speech in revenge for anyone questioning the slavers' oligarchy. Rise and Fall, a book with a rise in status followed by a catastrophic fall. The Heartbreak of Aaron Burr by H.W. Brands tells the story of how Burr went from being a prominent and wealthy politician and lawyer to being alone and destitute. Queen of Fashion by Carolyn Weber is the fashion biography of Marie Antoinette, who, as we know, had a very dramatic fall from power. A genius. Which writer to you is a genius, or a book with a character that is a genius? The Hemmingses of Monticello, An American Family by Annette Gordon Reed, was written about the Hemmings family and a genius, Thomas Jefferson, and was written by an extraordinarily intelligent woman who is a professor in 2 departments at Harvard. And then finally, tag some others. I think quite a few people have been tagged already, but if you want to do this tag, feel free. And I think that's everything. Thank you for watching. Bye!